All right, hey guys, it's Thursday night. It's 7 o'clock,
Ish.
so it's time for Thursday Night Live at the Gun Shop.
Yes.
Um, how's your week been, Chloe?
It's been good. Been busy.
Been busy?
Yeah.
So you ready to settle into your gun shop time?
Yes, I am.
Oh, me, everybody, we're really glad to have you tonight. We've got a good show for you. We're going to try to make it a little fun. Uh, we got another box show. So what they're going to do this week is they're going to pull a gun out, and we're going to talk about why or why not it would make a good everyday carry piece. And I know that generally gets people to talking and thinking and get us some feedback in. So I want everybody to give feedback, everybody to jump in the conversation, be polite, but have fun. Be polite and have fun. So what do we got going this week? Well, let's take our number one topic every week that we hear about is what? NFA.
Yes. NFA, TFA, GOA.
All the A's.
All those. Well, we're going to talk about National Firearms Act,
NFA.
NFA.
There's a mosquito.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
I know.
Did you see it?
I killed one a while ago.
I think you might have missed it. Or it's got
No,
another
because it
one.
was smashed all over my hand. I had to go wash my hands.
Okay, well, there's another one floating
So-
around.
You know, I might have killed this girlfriend or boyfriend, and it's pissed off or something.
It's coming back for you, Tom.
Well, it ain't a ghost if you and all see it. So anyway, NFA. What's going on with it? Time. How long is it taking from the time you certify to get your suppressor back?
2 to 13 days.
Yeah,
I've seen 2 days this week.
yeah, we've seen more than one. 2-day turnaround. And we still see some out there 12, 13, 14 days. So
I'm just not happy with placement on this
two
today.
to 13 or 14 days. Seems like 3 has been one that's 3 day. Seems
Yep.
to be hitting.
Good evening, Cody. AG.
Hey, I called you and left you a message. So the time is not bad. I would not have bet on this. Matter of fact, I would have bet against this. But time is not bad. Pricing, again, it's like the times are eking down. The prices seem to be eking up a little.
Cody got it.
Okay. That's
Miss Gail said, "There's my sweet baby."
and I think those are going to go hand in hand as the time gets down and that becomes more available, and more people are realizing it. Availability, which is at the moment hoard. In a lot of cases, even trying to get customer support from manufacturers or, in our case, silencer shop, in a lot of cases, it's frustrating.
Very.
It's very frustrating. I've said a couple times on the show, silencer shops had some rough stuff written about them in the press. And I said back then I didn't know if they really deserved what they were getting.
They do.
I retract my statement. They deserve it. They deserve it. But it's still one of those things we're kind of, to a big way, stuck with, and they're better than the alternatives. But we're watching availability. Availability is not good at all. If I could pull up my buyer screen and show it to you, you just see a lot of red. And red on that screen is not good because it means it ain't available. And it's just page after page after page after page of unavailable.
Good evening, David. Eno.
Hey, Dave. The other thing that we're starting to see a little bit of, and I think this is all the way through, is attitude. Not necessarily our customers at us, but it's just like me, finally just calling Silencer Shop out publicly. You're starting to hear more and more people speak out. And you're hearing people speaking out that traditionally have kept it in-house. Some customers getting very frustrated, and we understand their frustration. Of course, now, in the NFA process, no human's looking at this.
No.
No human is it's all being done by a computer. So a lot of the garbage that's gotten by in the past were people within the judicial structure don't do their job. Court clerks. And those kind of people who are supposed to file and make sure these dispositions are on file, and the judgment, everything's up to date, records are up to date. Well, we've known they're in pathetic shape forever. When they started the instant check system, it was horrible because everybody was getting denied. But it's bleeding over now into the NFA, where you got an open case number. You got this case from 30 years ago that doesn't show a disposition, or they request ATF or FBI, whoever sends out and request information from a local agency on the disposition of a case or whatever, and they just choose not to answer. And there's a lot of that, guys. They just don't do it. Just will not do it. So now those just go into an automatic denial, or they go into a return with no action taken. And I'm hearing horror stories out of Gibson County. I'm hearing and I don't know truth or not, but talked to several people that had some it's just not been good. So anyway, there's a little frustration building, I think, in the market. Would you agree with that, Steph?
Oh, yes, very much so.
And guys, we understand. Remember something. We're on your side.
I will say that the people that I've dealt with, our customers, they know that it's not my fault.
Well, yeah.
And they understand.
I think overall we do a little better job of keeping people informed.
Yeah.
And explaining to them, what's up. So, just remember, we're on your side. If we can't sell the can, we're not making any money.
Nope.
So we're going to do everything possible to help you. And, there's just, and some folks that I hear that are getting frustrated even with some competitors. When I listen long enough, it's not the competitor's fault. They just do not want to. There's some things we have to do for ourselves that the dealer can't do for you. And if you don't take those steps, you're not going to get it cleared up. Don't take it out on other people. But overall, right now, like I said, time frame looks really nice.
On your arm.
About
on
the
my
only way time frame's going to get better is if we win the one big beautiful lawsuit and get rid of the registry altogether and sell them across the counter, which is ideally what we need to be doing.
Yes.
Prices are fluctuating as time goes down and availability goes down. Prices are going up. They're not. It's not happening fast yet. Or honestly, I don't. Stephanie's done most of the shopping the last little bit because I have been tied up
Hey, John.
with some other things. But are you seeing prices eking up, or are they
Little
starting
bit.
to?
Little bit.
I'm afraid they're going to do like some of the ammo cost, and they're going to just, do like this big 40% jump at once. That hurts.
Zach Moore said, new drinking game. Every time Tom says, take a sip. Hey.
Could be fun,
Yes.
All right, so we're going to move on from there. TFA and GOA, we've got some legislative victories. I told you about some of those last week. We got more good stuff going on. But what I want to talk about is April 23rd. It's Legacy and Lace. John Rich and his band in concert at his house. A few more. I know a little bit more. There's going to be a maximum of 120 people. There's still a few sponsorships available. Sponsorships start at $5,000 and go up in $5,000 increments. And if I heard right, tickets are about $1,000 a person. Otherwise, this is for a 501c3, Tennessee Farmers Foundation. What?
Dang it, Jason. He said, Tom, I hear it's all Stephanie's fault. Jason Blanton.
No.
I don't know who you're talking to.
So, this is going to be a big event. It's going to be a really cool event.
Yes.
We're doing some special stuff for it. We'll be there. No telling who you'll see. It's literally no telling. It'll be a fun night. If you've got your own business or whatever, you want to get a sponsorship. I've got those links. You just want to get a couple of tickets for you and a friend to go or something. I can give you a link, get you in touch with John Harris, and more than likely, what's the really nice lady's name that works for John? Christy. Yeah. More than likely.
Yeah.
She's nicer to talk to anyway.
What is that?
Stink bug.
Oh, Lord.
So you'll have room for about 120 people. There's still a few sponsorships available, starting at $5,000, going up in $5,000 increments. I think individual tickets going to be $1,000 a piece. It's going to be a really, really cool night.
We went last year. It was amazing.
I can tell you it's not like, John Rich slaps his name on it, shows up for 15 minutes and leaves. It's
No,
not,
he's there.
he's
He opens up his home.
he's there. Very approachable. And it's really kind of nice. You know, you guys would really enjoy it. So that's on that. Let's get something coming up a little faster. March 13th, 14th, 15th. We'll be celebrating 10 years of WHMC 2.0.
Yes.
10 years ago, Walter passed the torch to Lance. So we're celebrating Lance's first decade at the helm.
Mm-hmm.
And we are going to do it with a massive event. There's going to be sales, there's going to be food, there's going to be whatever I'm put together.
T-shirts have been ordered.
Yeah, there'll be special T-shirts, hopefully coffee cups. We'll try.
I haven't heard back.
Haven't heard back. Who knows? It's Lance wants to make it special, so we're gonna make it special.
And Lance did say we were taking pre-orders on the shirts. If anybody wants to go ahead and order.
Have we got pricing on those yet?
I believe we're selling them either it's between 25 and 30. I can't believe. Huh? 28?
How much were they?
I'll have to look at my notes again.
We'll post it.
Yes.
We can post about T-shirts.
Yes.
We can talk about guns. So anyway, 10 years of WHMC 2.0. March 13th, 14th, and 15th, we're going to be celebrating here at the shop. Miss Chloe will be on hand.
Yes, I will be here.
Your dad's going to be here to talk with
Yes.
folks about long-range shooting and equipment and those kind of things.
Yes.
I don't want to drop any other names right now, but it could be some that's pretty interesting. So, yeah, mark your calendars. March 13th, 14th, 15th. Here at the shop. That's Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Yes, we're going to open on Sunday, believe it or not. That's
Yes.
how special he's considering this. And we may try to plan some other activities in there. I will let you know as time approaches. But there's going to be some wonderful sales, some one-of-a-kind stuff, some very popular everyday stuff. There's going to be stuff from Browning, Winchester, Smith. I don't know.
All kinds. of
Everybody.
stuff.
All kinds.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
A little bit
Then-
of everything.
I need some help from our viewers. I am trying to get a hold of or reach out to the candidates for sheriff in Gibson County. I would like to have each candidate on the show with me. Maybe not necessarily on a Thursday night, maybe another night. Whatever we can work out. Sit down with a cup of coffee and have a discussion. I know Cody Childress has already agreed to it, but you know I need to reach out. I don't, you know, and talk to what's his name, Rodney Wright, and Shanklin, the ones that actually that made the filing deadline. And because I want, you know, I honestly don't know who I'm voting for sheriff. So it's, you know, I don't have a preference when I'm doing when we do these interviews and do this and do this. So if any of you guys can help me and y'all know any of these people, if they'd like to get hold to Steph or I, we would love to be able to set this up with them. And It's a very important office in our county, and as you know, that's an office that's been plagued with problems. And we need to know what's going to cure those problems, and how the person that's wanting to take charge of it's going to cure them. So, if you guys can help me with that, I would really appreciate it. All right, now we're going to get into,
Trouble.
is it a good EDC gun or not? So, I think what's going to happen is Miss Chloe
Yes.
is going to reach in the box, and she's going to give me a gun, and we're going to talk about why or why it may not be a good EDC gun. You guys feel free to chime in. Have I got anything going on there?
Not too many people talking. They're coming in and out, in and out.
Okay. So first. First gun she brings out is a full-size government model, 1911. We'll talk about the actual, not even going to talk about manufacturers. Let's talk about the attributes of the 1911 as a carry gun. Most of you guys, if you know me or been around me, know that I tend to carry a 1911 a lot. Like
Occasionally.
13, 14 hours every day.
Yes.
Do I think these are really good EDC guns? Honestly, no. And I don't want to sound like a hypocrite. Or I don't want to sound like I'm better than you or come off like that. But let's look at it. One, I mean, the guns, you're not going to find a gun that has a trigger like a 1911. You're not going to find a gun that shoots like a 1911. You're not going to find a gun that sits in your hand. You know, everybody that picks up pistols judges it by how's the 1911 sit in your hand. Mm-hmm. It sits like a 19. It don't. It does this. It does that. And they compare it to this. But let's talk about the guns are by necessity heavy because they're an all-metal gun. Even when you use the aluminum frames, it's still a heavy gun.
Yeah.
You know, when we talk about the 1911 single stack, of course, we're talking about in a 9mm, you may get 10 rounds. In a 45, you can get an 8-round magazine. 10mm, I think you can get a 10-round. 38 special at 9 or 10 round. So you're talking about reduced capacity compared to other guns in its size class. Mm-hmm. And the fact that it's single action. So that hammer has to get cocked for the first shot. And of course, with most people, when they get a 1911, they want a 70 series. So you would never carry a 70 series with the hammer down on the firing pin. That's just asking to shoot a hole in yourself. Mm-hmm. So they'll put it in the half-cock notch. Well, I hate to tell you, that half-cock notch is not very strong. But still, let's say you carry in the half-cock position, and you're in trouble. Now you got to grip the gun, get your thumb on the hammer, get this little bitty hammer back while you're under stress. Mm-hmm. That's why you see most people that carry 1911 carry in what's called cocked and locked or condition 3. Where the hammer is actually cocked and it's locked with the safety, and then of course your grip safety. So you grab the gun, you sweep the safety, you shoot it. Okay? There's a lot going on. The 1911 in the defensive world is a gun for I don't want to use this word, but I can't think of a better one. Advanced shooters, experts, people that have trained with many hours on this platform. But for what a good 1911 cost, take cost out because you get a thesis and get a lot of gun for the money. For the weight, for everything else, do they make a great carry gun for the everyday person? I would have to chime in and, believe it or not, say no.
All right.
Yeah.
Next.
Okay.
Smith & Wesson Model 442. This one happens to be a performance center. 38 special, 5-shot. These have been considered, one of the standards in carry guns in one form or another for over 100 years.
But do you think it's a good carry gun?
An ideal carry gun, you need a gun that you will get out and shoot. Remember, we have 3 criteria. It's got to be accessible. It means you got it 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365, no days off. It's got to be reliable. It's got to work every time. And it's got to be reasonably accurate. Can this gun fill that notch? For most of us, it could. Until we get down to the reasonably accurate. And that's not necessarily a gun problem as much as it's going to be a shooter's problem. The gun's very limited because if you're using sights, you got a very, very short sight plane, which of course makes the gun harder to shoot. We're talking about EDC. I know everybody, I've got to have enough for my hands to get around. I understand. But that's also the part that sticks out and wags and waves at everybody. So, you've got a relatively small grip if you want to keep it good and concealable. And you've got lots of recoil. These are not fun to shoot.
Ew.
They hurt. They said forever, forever. The wisdom of the day was, it's a woman's gun. You get her a lightweight 2-inch 38 and give it to her. Okay? I think it's probably one of the stupidest things ever been said.
No, thank you.
They hurt. They're not fun to shoot. They're very, very hard to shoot well.
But if you want to carry it, we'll sell it to you.
And,
Yeah.
I've carried one many a mile. And I've shot lots and lots of rounds out of one of them, and I don't remember ever enjoying any of them. Got to where I could shoot one pretty good. But it's a decent carry gun with lots of drawbacks, plus the fact it's only 5 shots.
Yeah.
So you got 5 rounds. And people say, well, hell, if I can't do it in 5 rounds, I don't need to get it done. If we take the shooting that happened over at Gadsden here, what, a month, 6 weeks ago, whatever it's been, the bad guy soaked up 14 rounds at inches, not feet away, inches away from the gun. Soaked up 14 rounds, stayed on his feet, and continued fighting, and is still breathing.
Jason Blanton said double action trigger on a snubby revolver is definitely an expert shooter's gun.
Next.
Zach, you weren't even around in 1957.
Okay. Here, we have one of the new generation striker fire guns. This one is a HK
CC9?
CC9 with the Holosun factory mounted Holosun red dot. So again, these guns are very, very simple.
Yeah.
Okay, we get, what's that sound?
12.
12. So we get 13, 12, 13, 14 rounds of ammunition in a hand-sized package, basically.
Yeah.
The gun is chambered in 9mm, so you can put it in a gun this size and keep it controllable. Even though I hate, 9mm basically fires a lot of times talking about lighter bullets than a 38. But if we take the 124s, we can get a pretty good idea how it compared to 125 grain 38 special, and they're much faster. They create more energy, and you got over twice as many, and it takes up roughly the same space.
Jason Blanton said the true mark of an optimist carries a 5-round snubby with no speed loader.
Well, most people nowadays wouldn't know how to use a speed loader. So, does this make sense as a good carry gun? Actually, yes, I would. In today's world, I would rank that as a top shelf choice.
All right. Goodness
Here we
gracious.
Somebody call Bubba in out of the shop.
Goodness.
How many people do I hear? I carry a 44 Magnum with a 9-inch barrel. All right. Okay. Where the hell do you carry it? Never mind. I don't want to know. But you hear people all the time that talk about this. The guy coming today. Yeah, I'm a reserve deputy over at home, and I carry a 50 AE. No, I carry whatever the Desert Eagle is, 50 AE.
Yeah.
I carry a Desert Eagle 50. All right. Why? I'm a reserve, and I go to ball games, and I still do things at the ball games and all that stuff, and I got my 50.
Zach said overcompensating. So this would be a negative.
This brought it, it kind of looks like a joke, but you got a lot of people that would think this is a good choice for a home defense or carry gun.
That is like almost as long as my arm.
Now, this particular gun, especially, and I picked this because it's 8-shot, 350 Legend.
No.
Can you guys imagine trying to tote that thing all day, or even the 2-inch version of it,
Negative.
No.
or the short barrel version? That's idiotic. Now, don't get me wrong, I can't wait to shoot one. It's got its place, and its place I don't think is in an EDC.
No.
everybody's favorite.
The pocket pistol.
North American Arms Style Mini Revolver. 22 Magnum. I bet you 40% of the people you pass on the street in this state got one in their pocket.
Yeah.
This one happens to be made with the folding grip where it clips like a pocket knife. Opens up, holds 5 rounds of 22 Magnum. Single action. You have to cock the hammer, fire it, cock the hammer, fire it, cock the hammer to fire it. They're very, very small controls. Guys, these are placebo guns.
Johnny, just come on up here. It'll be here waiting on you.
What's that?
350 Legend.
Placebo guns. These are guns for people that don't want to carry a gun.
Denny Stowe said, Great Deer Revolver.
He's right. Absolutely is.
The 350 Legend.
Yeah. That's exactly what be great for the hogs.
Yeah.
mean,
Not an everyday carry, though.
But it's not what you need strap on going to Walmart.
I mean, unless you're every day out there hunting.
Or you're the Jolly Green Giant.
Yes. He does shop here.
So, are these go-go's neat? Yes, they're neat. Does it beat having nothing in your pocket? I guess. 22 Magnum. 22 Magnum is a freaking joke in this gun. You're hindering yourself even further with 22 Magnum, because it's not a 22. It's not even going to go as fast as a 22 long rifle. If you're close enough, when you shoot them, you might can catch them with the fire.
Zach said carrying one of those is like carrying one without one in the chamber.
Like I said, they're placebo guns. They're guns people buy to make them feel good because now they're carrying a gun. Ish. Maybe.
It's an ish gun.
Are they cool? Yeah. Hell, have I had fun out shooting these in the past? Yeah. Is that what I'm going to bet my ass on? Absolutely not.
No.
I mean, this comes way behind my knife. My knife's going into action before this thing. Yeah, that's if you can get it cocked and get it shot and get it cocked and get it shot and get it cocked and get it shot. Yeah. Placebo. Makes you feel good, but it's actually worse than a placebo. A placebo is harmless. It just does nothing. That gives you a false sense of security. Ugh.
What are we for?
All right, guys. Diamondback DB9.
Budget friendly.
Budget friendly. Lightweight. It shoots patterns, not groups. If it bothers to feed.
If it bothers to. But it's budget friendly.
You got a lot of these little style 9mm like this. Let me tell you something. These are rowdy. If you're looking at $150 and $200 guns in this class, just stop. Get a good knife.
We
Hell,
have good
at
knives.
least it won't fail.
We do have some very good knives.
Yes, we do.
When these guns work, they are extremely rowdy.
I don't want.
They are hard to hold on to. And from what I've seen, they're apt to come apart. And there's the sad thing. Diamondback makes some good products.
Those revolvers?
Their SDR revolver, even some of their AR-10s, some of their 15s,
This was just not one of their better.
ideas.
Yeah.
It was a great idea.
Wasn't.
Honestly, it's too much cartridge for the size of the gun. the majority of the problem is it's too much power in that
Little
sense.
bit, yeah.
But we'll get on to something.
I'm hoping there's some good carry guns in there because we've got one.
Well, we've got a couple that are two or three that are acceptable. One choice, good choice. Here now,
Pretty.
and we're talking about categories of guns, okay? This gun is pretty.
It is pretty.
It's the Micro 9 or the SIG P2, the SIG 938, or what was the Springfield? Springfield has one, or had one that was about like it. Several people. Colt, and these little smaller 9mm or 380s.
Jason Blanton said you're being gun salesman of the year tonight.
Am I?
I think he's being facetious.
Gun is gorgeous. They shoot great. Typically reliable. Would not want to bet my life on it. Why? Again, unless you're going to run the shit out of this gun. And get down, sweep at safety, firing it, the malfunction clearances, all those things. All those little intricacies that have to go along with carrying a single action pistol, then when you haven't spent that time and you're betting your butt on this pistol and you get in a fight, you're going to die. Or you're going to become unalived. We can't say that word, the other word, can we?
Yeah.
You just did.
I guess I did.
You have to like put the bleep arrow or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean-
I don't have a bleep.
They get unalived, or you get unalived. Your ticket punched.
Were you thinking, Johnny wants to know if you were thinking of the Springfield XDS?
No,
Or David Eno said Springfield 911.
that one. The little one in that, yes. I mean, these are great guns, and they shoot. They're some of the most fun guns out there to shoot.
And it's pretty.
And they shoot, this that little brownie light, the little brown's just a little longer. Because they shoot great. There's just so many better choices today for a carry gun. Back to wheel guns. Okay, here. Now, it may look like we've changed this a whole lot, but we really haven't. Between this and the 442. Get that 442. This gun has the external hammer. We've gone to a 3-inch barrel.
Kimberly Hip said that Bel Air is pretty but snappy.
They are snappy. But believe it or not, this gun compared to that gun, if you just want to run the numbers, makes so much more sense. And people go, well, it's bigger. Not that much. The frames are the same size.
It's just the barrel.
Barrel's longer.
This was got an external hammer. But that extra length on that sight plane, the recoil reduction that the barrel profile gives you makes this gun so much easier to shoot. Your hit probability increases over 70%. So if you're old school and you like carrying a revolver, yeah, it's a 5-shot, whatever.
It is called the Lady Smith.
Well, they make them this, not the
I
Lady
know.
Smith, but
But that particular one,
it's just simply a 3-inch Model 60. They made them in 38 and 357. You just might as well shoot hot 38s on that 3-inch barrel. You can get it to perform, get the bullets to open. This goes into more than acceptable. It's easy to learn to shoot. You're able to control the recoil. The weight's not overly cumbersome. And it just gives you so much, it just ups your hit probability and the probability of your bullet acting like it's supposed to. So much over just the difference in that little 442 that I think it elevates it much higher on today's list.
All right.
What y'all got next?
Glock.
Well, I mean, hell, what do you say? Their politics suck.
But is it a good carry gun?
Their outlook on the world sucks.
But is it a good carry gun?
But it's probably the finest combat handgun ever made.
Carry.
Whether you want to do EDC, it's simple, it's easy, it's reliable. It was made to be a very simple platform to teach to the troops. Especially everything about Europeans that don't come up around guns like we do. A lot of times, if they go into a police service or something like that, maybe the only time they've ever seen a real gun, let alone touched one or handled one or fired one. Mm-hmm. So it was a gun designed to be easy to teach to the troops and to be able to get mass proficiency quicker. And it's done it. Yes, by all means. You apply the 4 rules of gun safety like you should. There is no reason that the Glock system is not completely and totally compatible.
My first carry
With
pistol was a
EDC.
Glock.
Mine still is.
So, politics suck. Guns are great.
What is your opinion on a 327 round for EDC?
I think it's a wonderful round for EDC. I think guns chambered in 327 Federal. I wish, like heck, that there was more stuff available. The versatility that the guns chambered in that cartridge give. Actually, in the 327 itself, the efficiency, the powder burn, because it's unlike most Magnum calibers, it's using a little faster powders, or they're burning a little faster. They're just doing so much with 2 and 3 inch barrels, and that cartridge. Proficiency, it smokes both the 38 and the 357 for efficiency in that size gun. The fact you can use 5 different cartridges in a revolver chambered for that gun is great. You can tailor recoil for range sessions because let's face it, 327 Federal is kind of snappy. But you can go down to 32 H&R, you can go down to 32 Smith Long, 32 Smith Short, 32 ACP in the same gun. And tailor recoil makes it really, in times where it's hard to find ammo, it makes it easy to find. I'm actually a huge 327 Federal fan.
How about this one?
Well,
Back to wheel guns.
That's a pretty gun.
It is. It's beautiful.
that is a Smith & Wesson 627 Custom Shop 8-shot.
Feels like a chunk.
It's got some weight to it.
Of course, chambered in 357, unfluted cylinder. Again, I am not a fan of 357s on the short barrel. That's marketing, it's not real. There's no real, you're getting no real effect. You're just as well as shoot hot 38s. You don't have as much blast, you don't have near the negatives that you would have shooting full house 357s. and there's really no positives to it. However, if you want to carry a big revolver
There you go.
that carries lots of rounds,
Yes.
that's finely tuned, because these guns are, I think, if you will abide rule number one, which is it's got to be there 24/7 day, 24/7, 365, no days off. If it's a gun that you're willing to make that commitment to, it's a gun that would serve you well. With good, nice, hot 38s in here, and the weight the weight centers on this gun, it should be really easy to shoot, really easy to shoot well. You're still going to have the thing of the shorter sight plane to overcome. But you can overcome that so much easier when the gun's not trying to jump completely out of your hands and hit you in the face.
Like that one.
Yeah.
That's not going to kick that bad. That gun's going to be really mild.
Okay. Should just be done.
Up 442 is going to be a lot rowdier than that 350. So this is up to personal choice. If you're willing to make the commitment to it,
Jake's wanting to know, has he said what his opinion of the all-time best carry gun yet is? I want him to pick one. I believe you did that last week. Did you not?
we did companies last week.
Ah,
We ranked top 10 companies. And now probably one of the most popular platforms in America is the SIG 365. This one happens to be the standard gun in 380, or not. You can get the same thing 9mm, and then all the different variations off of it. Have sold, who knows how many
a bunch.
millions of these have been sold. They're
Yeah.
everywhere. And they're making a good showing for themselves. They seem to be running, since the first ones that they put out. The first ones had a few little issues, but those got seen to. Since then, they seem to be running flawlessly. They seem to be running well. I see no reason that you would not put the SIG 365 platform in whatever configuration it is you like it in as a top choice.
Michael Martinez said, nice Bel Air. I think somebody needs to come get that Bel Air and take it home with him.
I threw this in for old guys. Old 4-inch barrel, K, L frame,
GP 100.
357. It's like carrying a brick on your side. But you got, 6, in some cases, now 7 shots on them. And you do start to get 357 Magnum performance with the 4-inch. You're getting in there where it's performing. Besides being heavy and limited ammunition capacity in the gun, if you're willing to make the commitment to carry it, if you're willing to commit to 365, there's no reason it does not make a great personal protection self-defense EDC gun. It's going to be there for you. It's going to work. It's going to deliver lots of energy on target with 357 cartridge. And we're talking about, and guys, I'm not just talking about this GP100. I'm talking about, in this case, whether we're talking about the GP100, the Colt King Cobra, Smith & Wesson, any of the Smith & Wesson K or L frames. The pistols in this size class, 4-inch, 357, quality revolver. There's no reason it doesn't serve today just as well as it did 50 years ago.
All right. Oh,
Again,
goodness.
cool, but these are a novelty, guys.
Yes.
These
Yeah.
again are what we'll call placebo guns or feel-good guns. You know, and here I'm talking about the Derringer, not necessarily the Bond. The Bond may be the best of the breed that's on the market.
Yeah.
You know, there's all kinds of cheap whatever out there, but they're not very practical if you just want to know the truth.
Not for
No.
every day.
The features, you got to get the hammer cocked. Okay, most people don't carry it with the safety on, which is a hammer block safety. So you got to get the safety off, the hammer cocked. You got to make sure you push it all the way through. Hammer cock, then fire it, then cock the hammer again, then fire it, and then open it, and then do that, and then do this, and then get 2 bullets out of your pocket and put them in here, and close it, and do that.
I think you'd be gone by the time you did all that. You would have expired.
And if you look at
Yeah.
this, okay, look at this. Even though this may not be the greatest choice, they take up roughly the same room.
Yeah.
Well, I mean the grip here is bigger, but
It's not much variation. In,
if you're carrying either one, if
Besides-
you're carrying a front pocket gun, which is where most of these would end up, either this works as well. This works even better than this, and neither one's gonna be fun to shoot. I mean, now if you're talking about those $100 Derringers you get at the pawn shop,
Whew.
you know, you'd be far better off to get a case pocket knife. Them things may or may not shoot. They may stay together. They may not stay together. The triggers on them are horrendous. Trying to get the hammers back is, you know, not fun in the best of times, let alone under stress. So I call them gimmick guns. I call
placebo.
them. There wasn't, you know, even I don't even like placebo now that I think about it because it placebo basically says it's just neutral. It has no real anything.
Yeah.
And these can give a very false sense of security and get you hurt. Get you killed.
What you got there?
Smith and Wesson M&P 380.
This series of pistols, and we're going to talk specific. You know, when we're talking about this, these guns are designed to be very easy to work. They have a very big niche in the market. There are so many people out there that do, and it's not necessarily an old folks issue or a woman issue or any of that. You got so many people out there, they may have broken hands, they may have had car wrecks, they may have had sports injuries, you know, any number of things that can reduce your
Yeah.
strength. And you see so many people, they're struggling so much to pull a gun back. And Smith stepped in, they came out with this EZ series. And, you know, you got the EZ and the 9, the 380. You got the Equalizer series that utilizes this technology. You have Walther that has a pistol called the CCP, which is, you know, a great application of technology to this marketplace. And from what I've run, these guns run really well. Of course, this one and the 380 and the 9 EZ are single stack magazines, so limited capacity. But then you go to the EZ, which was the answer to that. And
Equalizer.
the Equalizer, I'm sorry. You can get the cuts on top for the sights. You get the rail. You get double column magazines. You can get all of those things. with the-
Kimberly, you are. This gun would be perfect for somebody who has double carpal tunnel.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's
Yes.
the people these are made for.
I
And
had
see-
one for a long time.
Those are, and they're the people that have, you know, people say, "Oh, give them a revolver." Well, here's the problem: the trigger pull, a lot of times, is too much for people with those problems. So they can't. It's not as simple as go get them a revolver. This has professionally tuned action from the custom shop. It's nice. But if you go in and buy a standard lightweight 38 and you think you're going to go get a trigger job done on it, wrong answer. If you can't handle the trigger while you're checking that out at the cabinet, you can't handle the trigger. Because in the newer guns, they're skeletonized in the internal parts. So when you cut the spring pressure off, you compromise the reliability of the gun.
Kimberly suggested the Ruger Security.
I wish that I had one of those. I think some of the Ruger Security 9 is a good choice, a good gun, and would do a wonderful job in the economy class guns. They're kind of here's one of them. I was thinking about the one that's a little smaller than this.
Yeah.
That's got the cuts on it and everything. But they make it in multiple configurations. But again, it goes into the class of gun, like the Glock, like the HK, of modern polymer pistols. This is not necessarily striker fired, but it's got one of the newer style actions, and it's a gun that would fall into that. It deserves serious consideration.
She said it's easy, like the Smith & Wesson easy. That one's a little heavier.
It's not. If you really want to stay with that really easy slide, you got the EZs, you got the Equalizer.
And the Walther.
Ruger's made an attempt at it with their Easy Rack gun. They've got one they call an Easy Rack. This, of course, is not it. And the Walther CCP.
I love the CCP.
So, I think the EZ series and that type, that niche, the guns that are filling that niche right now, like Ruger does have, like I said, the Easy Rack. I have not played with that gun. I have not had one in my hand. I don't know what it's like, but it's out there. The EZ series, the Equalizer, the CCP are great guns for people that have been ignored for many years.
What you got over there, Chloe?
Ruger.
I want to be a cowboy.
That's what
I want to learn to rope and ride.
So it's your cowboy gun.
What is it? Somebody's 6-shooter.
Riding his pony on a cattle drive.
Yeah. I still see people walking around with a low-slung, Hollywood-looking gun belt and single actions in them. And, okay. If that's your thing,
You do you, boo-boo.
State of Tennessee says it's perfectly legal. And I want to say thank you. Because if we're in the same building, you get shot before I do, and I can shoot the guy while he's busy shooting you. Do these make viable carry guns for every day? If you're that guy that thinks he's got to wear a Buscadero rig in public and have single actions hanging on him looking like a Roy Rogers reject, great.
Goodness.
You know, I know guys that carry single actions in concealed positions. And they swear it's the only thing they ever want to carry. And that's wonderful. It's individual choices. Would I recommend this as an everyday carry gun? Probably not.
Just again, this is Tom's opinions.
Yes.
And I really trust your opinions on a lot of these.
I mean, they're fun. Don't get me wrong. I love to shoot them.
Yeah. You don't
And
want
when
to.
I'm out you know, if I'm out running around the woods or I'm out, you know, riding 4-wheeler, or I'm out doing this or that or the other, it's not uncommon to see me wearing a single action.
Yeah.
I enjoy shooting them.
Oh,
You know,
goodness.
there's something about you feel that old plow handle hit your hand. And
Tim
that
Markwell said,
handle
I'll
right
keep
back.
my Smith Model 19.
Do what?
He said he'll keep his Smith Model 19.
Like you know, I said a while ago, the OK&L frames, solid guns, and if you'll dedicate to them, they'll dedicate to you. Limited, slow, all kinds of negatives, but if you just had to, I guess. But it does not make my EDC top list. Or
Morgan Underwood says, Mr. Tom, hi, my man.
dude, I picked up the phone like 3 times to call you recently, and I would always get interrupted. I hope you're doing well, and know that we're thinking about you, and we miss you.
Yeah. Johnny suggested the Springfield Hellcat OSP.
Again, I agree. That would be, you know, and when I'm showing this HK, you know, I'm talking about a class. I want you to understand. I'm talking about a class of gun. I'm not just talking about this HKCCP.
The Hellcat would be in there.
Yeah, you know, guns that would fall in there would be
Yeah.
your Hellcat OSP, would be your, you might could even throw the 365 in there, the Glock 43, 43X. I'd say maybe some of the more compact stuff from Canic, their little stuff, but you know, the littler stuff from Smith, like the Shield X.
Yes.
I'm talking about a class of gun.
Yes. Turn that towards you.
Now
That's fine.
we're kind of doing the antique thing right now.
Last one that
So-
we got.
Whew.
You know, I still have people come in here that their great grandpa or something had this, or their grandpa, their uncle, or their aunt. It's the only gun they own.
Uh-huh.
They could not fathom the idea of going anywhere and buying a gun. But they want to be protected. So they'll come in with something like this, some of the old break top. You know,
Jason said some folks watch Tombstone a few too many times.
they'll come in with something like this or worse. You know, this is actually a pretty good little gun right here. It times up. You know, I would have no problem shooting this gun. Now, it's not going to be very effective on bad guys. It's 38 S&W,
Yeah.
but this is not carry protection guns anymore. These are antique. They're you know, it's great that there's still guns around to enjoy and shoot. But the old single action break opens, or you know, this happens to be one of the Smith double action guns. There was all kinds of these made around the turn of the century, especially the single action stuff, like from Ivor Johnson and Crescent and Smith and you know, it seems like 100 different other companies that made guns in this class. And guys, they're not EDC guns for today.
No.
There's so many good choices that we don't have to make bad ones. And there's really good choices that don't cost tons and tons of money that we can make. Now, maybe I've got you thinking tonight. Maybe I've said something that you went, I don't like you no more.
Zach said he didn't see you put the world's best carry gun on the table, a Glock 19.
I'm talking about classes of guns. I had a whole discussion about Glock. And for Jake, no, I don't have a Beretta 92 up here.
Jake loves his Beretta 92.
I looked at one, I meant to grab it, and I realized once we got up here, she told me that was the last one,
You didn't grab it.
that I didn't grab it. 15, you know, if you're willing, again, it goes back to like this. the Beretta 92, the Smith & Wesson, you know, the third generation Smith series, like the 4506, 5906. Ruger P85s, P95s, SIG 229s, 226s, 220s, you know, the full-size revolvers. They're full-size guns that are fairly heavy, but they are still around for a reason. People still rely on them for a reason. It's because they work.
Right.
And they do it really, really well. You just have to commit to carrying that gun and that weight 365
24/7.
no
For
days
me,
off.
a Glock 19 is a little too big for me to carry every day, in
So,
my opinion.
Do I think it's a great carry gun? Yes. I think it's
For a
one
lot
of
of
the best
people, it
ever
is.
made. But you have to, that's why I'm talking about classes of guns.
Right. It is in that class.
Um,
Even though Zach says it's in a class of all its own. But, you know, he's a Glock fanboy.
And that's
okay.
okay. So, guys, there's some stuff thrown out for you tonight. I really figured I'd get more feedback from you guys. Must not have many people watching.
They're listening.
Really figured I'd get more feedback, really more kickback on some of this.
Zach said, I'm not over 4'10". I'm actually 4'11 and a half. Tim Markwell said he likes a Smith Airweight in 38 for a CCW.
That's, you know, when people, if you're going to dedicate to it, learn to shoot it and know what you got. I'm one guy with one guy's opinion.
Yep.
And it's based on a lifetime of doing this stuff. I'm going to try to keep it clean.
Stuff. It's okay. You've already jumped over, yeah.
No, not big. It was a small one, I think. I said shit.
You did.
I mean,
Oh, I didn't hear you.
I didn't say F.
No, you haven't said that one.
Yeah.
No
guess I'm just
F-bombs
used to
tonight.
it.
You've said as many tonight as I have.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Go back and watch the tape.
Johnny says open ears and closed mouth gathers info.
Now, you know, going back to him, don't get me wrong. I don't knock these guns as EDC. But I also ain't going to bet on one as my primary.
Chris Lawler said his carry is a Glock 26. That was actually my first gun I ever
Yeah.
bought.
There's a lot to be said for 26. Back it up with 17 or 19 magazines. Easy to shoot.
Yes.
It's
Right.
raining. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's raining.
They're really, really easy to shoot. They're easy to shoot well. They handle recoil well. Let's just, you know, go all night about it. But anymore, I have carried one of these as a prime. I've been in a place where I had to carry one of these as a primary.
Jason said the FN line, like the 509 pistols. Great.
Yeah,
Those are great carry
again,
guns.
You know, like I said, maybe I should have broke this down more by. I wasn't trying to do individuals, but I was trying to do groups of pistols, and you know, yes, the FN 509, the FN 545, the FN 510, the FN Reflex.
Yes. We've sold many of those.
Are wonderful guns. You know, but they pretty well fall into striker fired, newer striker fired stuff that's about the same. You know, if we talk about size, roughly the size of the Glocks, or the Smiths.
And maybe next week you could go over your top 10 carry guns. How about that?
Is that something you guys would want me to do?
Would you like to hear Tom's top 10 carry guns?
You know, I can give you my list for me personally, or my list for.
Zach said, "What about the Taurus judge?" Well, for a gentleman of your size, Zach, that would be a great carry gun. You're a big boy.
Taurus Judge. That is a gun I have really got mixed feelings about. And it's a classic gun I got mixed feelings
Yeah.
about.
Tim and John said, sure, they would love to hear what your top 10 would be. Miss Gail said she would like to hear what your top. Yes, Kimberly. Sounds like you're doing
me
your top 10.
personally,
Top
or
10 next week.
For if I'm selling
Your
to the public.
opinion.
It may be a lady's opinion.
You
Well-
do your top 10. You pick your top 10 carry guns
Okay.
that
And
you,
then-
that you think meet the market, and I'll pick mine, and we're going to do it independently. Do not show me your notes. I will not show you my notes.
Okay.
We will not unveil them until next Thursday night here at the show.
Deal.
Zach suggests, he said, I'd like to see a top 5 from Tom and a top 5 from someone else and do a versus. Chris Lawler said yes, he wants to see it. You've got. Why are both of y'all so closed? I mean, both of you crossed your arms and closed off whenever
Because
that.
now we're competitors.
Yeah.
We're getting in that competitive
Open
spirit.
up. Sorry.
Open up. Come here, dear. Open up. See much love.
See, they still love each other.
Yeah.
I guess Tom was thirsty.
Look, unless we got really brand new viewers on tonight, everybody there seen me drink Dr. Pepper before.
Oh, yeah.
Dr. Pepper and the
And my coffee.
Coffee, yes.
FAFO tonight.
Tonight is FAFO. Yep. Maybe that's why I'm a little prickly.
A little spicy.
A little
Spicy.
All right, so we know what we're going to do next week. Cool. Excuse me.
Goodness.
I really like it when the viewers pick the show.
Miss Gail said you can't help but love her Chloe.
You're right.
Zach said, and one of them has to be your own personal gun you choose to carry.
Okay.
Tell you what, I'll do you two top. For me, you don't have to do this. I'll do two top 10s. I'll do my top 10 that I think is representative of what should be in the public. And then I will do Tom's personal top 10
This could get interesting.
individual guns.
Top 10 or top 5?
10.
10.
Okay.
Do 10.
Okay, Tom's top 10 for a carry rotation.
And then my top 10.
Yeah, for
And you got to have your,
My notes.
yeah.
so.
So you can
and
back
we
it
will
up.
We will not reveal this. We will not talk about it again
Until
next Thursday night.
next Thursday night.
So y'all got homework.
Yeah.
Yep. And then your dad and I think are filming
Wednesday?
Wednesday
I
night
think it's Wednesday.
on the long range series on the YouTube channel, where we're going to actually deconstruct and then reconstruct a rifle and point it to what's important and what's not.
Okay.
So yeah, your dad and I are filming Wednesday, and you and I are filming
Thursday.
Thursday. And I've got to be in Nashville Tuesday. Hopefully, it will be the last appointment
On your
on
leg.
my leg.
Yes.
So hopefully, I'm gonna go in next Thursday, and she's gonna tell me it looks really good and it's all healed up. And
Yes.
thank you for coming. Have a good life. We'll see. And
Fingers
then
crossed.
I think Monday, if the weather is permitting, it's supposed to be. Chris and I will be on the range most all day, and we'll be getting some film there. And then, is there anywhere we're going to be where folks want to come by and say hi?
Miss Gail said prayer's always good.
We'll be. We're going to be out. Besides here at the shop, anywhere we plan to be in public, people want to come by and say hi, they can. I would assume unless something seriously changes, will be at city limits Saturday night.
Mm-hmm. And if y'all haven't heard Tom sing, he has found that he loves karaoke.
So yeah, we'll probably be there because they'll have karaoke Saturday night, and yes, I'll probably sing a song.
Or 12.
That
No.
dead
Or two.
mosquito was stuck to my arm.
But so yeah, we'll be there. If anybody wants to come by, see Limits in Trenton, come by and say hi. I will tell you this: come by and get a cheeseburger because they freaking great.
Amazing cheeseburgers. Danny
Oh.
Stowe said well wishes.
Thank you, Denny. So, anything else we need to run over? Now, you guys got any questions for us?
Jason Blanton said, so how many 1911s will be on Tom's top 10 list? Tom's got a couple.
And one of them has to be the one
The
we
one
do.
you
Okay.
carry.
All right.
Well, that's a parts gun.
It is, but hey, they want to see it.
I mean, literally, the gun I carry is a parts gun that don't have a lot of money in it. I actually bought it built and went and checked, took it apart, checked it. It was okay. Took it, shot it, tweaked just a little bit, feeds, runs like I want it. I'm going to choose that gun to carry because if you do have to use it, it's going away.
Yeah.
And that I had it would make I wouldn't be happy about it. I'd be kind of pissed off, but it wouldn't be like losing that $2,500, $3,000 McCormick.
Yeah.
So anyway, guys, with that said, you got anything to add tonight, Chloe?
Not tonight. I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No.
All right. Let's say bye-bye then. God bless America. God bless you.